And we're back.
Whoa, back and ready to pump action.
Pump action shotgun.
Okay. So, in between recordings, so I am trying to envision in my head what exactly we were even thinking last time we played this.
We were thinking we were breezing through this game. You killed the coffin boss.
Yeah, yep.
Clearly you did the stuff with Yawn. You got that shotgun.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see. So,
I think it was the coffin boss was the last thing we did before we saved.
I think I need this, but I'm... Because we're gonna go out to the next area now. I'm just trying to remember what exactly I need. I think I need this key to get out there. And I kind of want to bring the wind crest because that'll
But
allow
you want to
me...
have no room in your inventory?
I know, that's what I'm... Okay, hold on. We're gonna play this game. We're gonna play the load the shotgun up, and then we'll put the rest of the bullets in here. And
yeah, I feel like 1 to 2 spaces like you need to have.
I don't think I need... I think because I'm pretty sure this is about to be the last use for this key, so I'm pretty sure that'll be the last spot. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you this when we were off camera. So I'm gonna tell you on camera.
Off camera.
Mic. Now that we're on mic, I picked up a new capture card so we can capture the PS5.
Oh.
Best Buy was having a sale, so I bought a new headset for work because I wanted a wireless one, and the Logitech gaming headset, their pro gaming headset, they just came out with a V2, so their V1 was $90 off.
Ah, so
and I'm like, I don't need 50 hours of battery life. I use it for 8 hours a day, so.
Well, good shit.
Got that, and then I saw that the capture card, the one that does like 2K capture, was also on sale, so I picked that up. It's so much smaller than this one.
Oh yeah, I would imagine.
I mean, it's 10 years newer, but I thought about hooking it up for the PS4, but I didn't want to configure it. I'm like, like maybe when we do a game that could benefit from like the being able to capture 60 FPS and stuff.
Yeah. Already getting mauled by dogs.
And then the other thing I did this week, so when I was hanging out with David last week, he did the smartest thing anybody who's ever going to recommend an anime to somebody would do. He recommended the anime and he goes, while I'm here, we're going to watch the first episode.
Yeah. That's what I do with people. If I'm recommending something, I'll watch the first episode with you.
We actually ended up watching 2 because I was really good. Yeah, it's I never watched a Netflix anime before. I've been pretty turned off from their anime, but it's Record of Ragnarok.
Oh fuck yeah! I have nothing but positive things about that.
Yeah, it was good. I watched it all this week, and
it's goofy, but it's got a lot of heart and action to it. There's just something about it.
Yeah,
the animation's kind of wonky sometimes, but
I thought it was great. I love how it's like these big strong guys are gonna fight. All right, we're gonna do a couple of attacks. Now we're gonna tell you their tragic backstory.
Exactly.
And now that you're crying, back to the fight.
Back to the fight.
The Adam fight almost made me cry.
Dude, I love the part where he's just like, these are all my children. Yeah. Like he's being the father to all of humanity. I was like, that is the fucking best. That was
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. So I'm giving you adequate. Jump like 2 minutes ahead if you don't want any Record of Ragnarok spoilers. It's malarkey. Even where I'm at the end of it, I'm like, Lubu should have won.
Oh yeah.
That's the one fight where I was like,
Barry?
Monster! James! Gun! Ineffective! Instant! Stay away! Forest outside mansion! Stay!
if you jump to this point, spoilers aren't over yet. Jump a little bit further forward.
Way to go, Chris.
Yeah, Lubu should have won. I think Lubu was so cool. The fact that when he dies, he's like, I'm just so bored. Please kill me.
Yep.
I don't know. I think somebody else should have lost, and I think Lubu should have won that one.
Because he was fighting
Jack
Thor.
the Ripper probably should have
He was fighting Thor,
Yeah,
right?
he was fighting Thor.
I love Jack the Ripper's fight. That was fantastic.
That was a great fight, but he could have died, and that fight would have still been great. Lubu died, and it made the fight no longer great.
Oh. No, I thought Adam dying was bullshit. I hated the fact that he lost
Well,
the
he
fight.
couldn't. You can't kill Zeus. Is like the deal.
He was close though.
He was close. He
that-
died on his feet.
Yeah, he did.
He's been dead for a minute and was still punching me.
Just like fucking Whitebeard from One Piece. Died standing. Nothing manlier than that.
Dude.
The last grasses. Okay, I gotta.
Anyway, spoilers are over for that. But yeah, if you haven't watched Record of Ragnarok,
There just
after
came out
we
with
just
the third
spoiled a couple
season.
of fights. Yeah, whenever it's coming out.
I don't know. Netflix sent me a thing. They're like, "Oh, season 3, come resubscribe to Netflix." I'm like, "I'll just watch it on a free site." Fuck you.
I just use my mom's. Although when I didn't have my mom's login, I did a free trial for Netflix because it's been long enough since I've paid. They gave me a free trial.
Yeah.
And then I realized having a fresh Netflix kind of rules.
Yeah.
Because it like all of my recommendations are skewed because I share one with my wife and she watches it more. And so when it was only recommending things to just me, and I'm like, oh, Netflix is actually usable and useful now. But I'm not paying them $20.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of subscription services I'm willing to pay for. HBO or Max is one. I've always just found that to be the most useful streaming service, although I just use David's.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll, people have said the same thing, but David has Funimation, and whenever I want it, I can just get his logins for Funimation.
God damn it. So this is a puzzle. Just a press the button at the right time puzzle in the right direction.
Okay.
I think it's west.
You tell me.
Oh no.
You're just clicking through that.
There we go. I remember this puzzle. I didn't do it that long ago.
And then I finished Record of Ragnarok in regards to I'm caught up to all the episodes that are out. So I'm like, well, I want to watch more anime. Then I'm like, fine, I'll continue Neon Genesis Evangelion. Because I don't want to pass judgment on that anime without having watched the whole thing. Because I only watched the first 8 episodes.
People are going to hate me for this. That anime is nothing but depressing.
Well, that's the idea.
Well, I didn't like it.
My thing is,
what...
I love the animation style because I love old anime. My beef is, like, it's just, I don't know, like... And it was like, okay, so apparently the premise of it doesn't matter. It's about the character's mental state.
Yeah.
But we hadn't even gotten really to the point where I hadn't gotten to the point where their mental state's messed up. The anime is like 26 episodes long. I'm 23 episodes into it, and I'm like,
what is happening?
I do not get why this gets the praise it gets.
You have to make it through the original 24 episodes, whatever it was, and then you have to watch the movie.
Okay.
The movie, to me, was like where they was kind of building up to, but even then it made me absolutely fucking hate the main character. I do not like him at all.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't like him at all.
He's milquetoast.
He's depressing. He's kind of shitty, and like you want him to be able to like kind of maybe, I guess this might be, man up a bit.
Yeah.
But he never does. He's just kind of like stuck in this perpetual state of depression and just sadness. I'm just like, I don't know. There's something about the anime.
Well,
I was
here
just
are the
like,
characters. It's like, what is it, Ahsoka or whatever. She's annoying as shit. She's a brat.
yeah, but at the same time, she's at least. I like her more than I like fucking milquetoast, I guess.
Yeah, so he's milquetoast. Ahsoka is a brat. And then Rey is like broken.
Yeah.
You're like, Jesus. You are fucked up. And then where I'm at, they just introduced the 4th pilot.
Yeah.
They haven't said it's him, but they're like, the whole episode is like it's this guy, but they never say it. I mean, the side characters are good, like the scientist, the major that he's living with, the purple-haired girl, she's cool.
Yeah, and
the ponytailed fuckboy's rad.
Yeah, like, see, I'll say this. It's like the anime's great in the sense that it's like, it has a lot of like deep themes to it. But when I have to go watch a fucking YouTube video to break down what's actually happening, I kind of lose some interest there.
Yeah, I mean, well, I thought about it because I'm like, well, Twin Peaks is that way, where the entire time you're watching the series, you're going, what the fuck am I even watching?
Yeah.
But then you watch the whole thing and you go, wow, that was amazing. That was great. But if you go back to watch it again, you have the same feeling again.
Yeah.
But once you get to the end, you're like, wow, that was awesome. That was great. I love that.
I might need to recheck it out again, but at the same time, I was just like, this.
There's like 4-hour YouTube videos that break down the entire series. That may be a better use of your time.
Yeah.
The thing is, the Twin Peaks movie, Firewalk with Me, is actually really good. That works standalone. It's a prequel to the series, but you're supposed to watch it after the series because it like gives you too much information. But it's got David Bowie in it.
I will say the movie of Evangelion, it's got the animation's fantastic. And then there's a fucking scene in the movie that is just straight up like hard to watch for me because it's very rapey.
Oh.
But it's like but I'm pretty sure that's what the kind of feeling they were going for because it's literally, well, spoilers. I'm spoiling it for you, Chris.
Don't spoil it for me. I'm watching it. I'm actively watching it.
All right, I'm spoiling it for you. Here it is.
No, don't. I literally don't.
Fine. You'll see it though. You'll know what I'm talking about when you watch it.
Yeah. It's funny on the R word bit of it. Because I was talking to David about this, and I'm like, there was a period where people were recommending, like the animes people were recommending was all the same. And one of them was Goblin Slayer.
Yeah.
And David's the only one who goes, yeah, that anime is great. There's a lot of R word in it.
Oh, yeah.
He's like sexual assault, a lot of it. Brutal.
I thought it was just in the first episode.
Yeah, he's like, but you kind of have to be like okay with that. He's like, because they put it on so strong at the beginning, he's like, can kind of mess you up in regards to watching it because it's really gross.
Yeah.
But I'm like, hey, thanks. You're the only person who mentioned it. People recommended that anime a lot, and he's the only one that's just like, yeah.
It's got a lot of the R.
It's like Black Mirror is the same way. When I would recommend Black Mirror to people, I say skip episode 1. Once you watch the entire series, then watch episode 1. Yeah, the one where they make him fuck the pig.
Oh, yeah.
Because so many times I've shown people Black Mirror, they see that episode and refuse to watch the rest of the series. That's happened more than once where they go, I have no interest in watching this. That was gross. And I'm like, it's an anthology. None of them have anything to do with each other.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't care.
Yeah, that's a fucking strong episode for them to start with.
Yeah, because like literally, I can think of 3 people off the top of my head that happened. One of them was Hannah. I eventually got her to watch it later. But I'm like, if you watch the other episodes and then go back to 1, you can accept 1 for what it is.
Yeah. All right. A family picture. There's a journal left by someone. Chris?
Oh, daddy. Attached first, mom attached scond. Inside red and slimy, white and hard. Not true, mom, we're.
Oh.
No, dad. Found mom again. Wine attached mommy. She moved no more, she's screaming. Why? Just want to be with her. Mom, where? I miss you, ow.
You wow. All right. All right.
Alex Jones has been turned into a monster and kept in a shed.
Review the entrance. Cabin.
Cabine.
I guess I did need this key. I thought I needed it for something. But we'll just keep it nonetheless. Put the Magnum away.
Oh, big gun, big gun. But you've been playing Armored Core.
Yes, I have been playing it. So this is going to date the video pretty hard, but it just came out on the 25th, 24th, if you pre-ordered it or what have you. But I've been playing a lot of the Armored Core. I've made it to the Sea Spider boss, whoever, if people who've played it know what I'm talking about. But I beat him and made it to chapter 3. And man, I have nothing but praise for that fucking game. I really do. The combat in it's engaging and fun. Everything is just beautiful looking. I know a lot of people are complaining about the graphics, but man, when you kill a boss, they explode in like firework display explosions.
Yeah. Can you, how's character customization?
You customize your robot
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
to
about.
heart's end. You can do whatever you want with it. You can fucking put giant dicks on your robot if you want to. You just have to fucking actually sit there and make the emblem but you could definitely make a dick emblem and slap it all over your robot if you want.
Yeah, because by the time of this release, people have probably played it to death.
Oh yeah, exactly. By the time this is out, people have probably beaten it multiple times. I mean, hell, I already saw a new game plus playthrough on YouTube already, and the game's only been out for like, you know, a couple days. So.
Yeah, I saw Fighting Cowboy streaming, and he was like doing PvP.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I haven't done really any of the PvP. I've only done the fake it's like they give you an arena to fight like NPC combatants, and I've just been doing that. Because doing the actual PvP, I've been kind of like, well, I want to get more weapons and things like that. But funny enough, I don't know. I don't think the game's very long because I'm already at 40% and only 13, 14 hours into it. So I don't know how actual long the game is going to be.
I remember playing one of the Armored Cores a long time ago. I feel like it was a game that got rented. And then, like, you built your character, you dicked around for a bit, and then it went back.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing with it, because you don't really, your character, you never really see that you're the actual
When I say
pilot.
character, I mean mech.
Okay, yeah. The mech, yeah, you can, the
Remember having
customization is
spider
great.
legs on my mech?
Yep, they have that. They have this four-legged thing, it's mostly so you can be like a hover fucking craft kind of dude, but there's like tank tread legs and all sorts of fun, like just ways to customize
Yeah, it's
it.
BattleBots, the game.
It is. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, the combat itself is just, it's very addicting in its own right. I'm actually thinking of it right now. Like, I wish I was playing that instead. We'll be here playing.
Yeah, but can you get a Holy Moonlight Greatsword in?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know if you'd call it that, but there's definitely a big old blue plasma sword that you can swing around. Because it retracts, so it's like you don't have it out all the time, but when you go to attack, it pops out of your wrist. Yeah.
This is Brad. If you can hear me, just give me a sign. Anything.
Wait, wasn't Brad the guy who got eaten by the snake? Or was that?
No, Brad Vickers, the coward.
Oh.
He's a helicopter pilot.
Oh, okay, yes.
Brad Vickers doesn't meet his demise until RE3. He is demised. Well, I guess he is demised in RE2, but you see his demise in RE3. And in the remake of RE3, Vickers is always the coward, Brad Vickers. Sucks. And he actually, like, kind of dies a low-key hero.
Yeah.
So in the remake of 3, they redeemed Vickers. In a sense that he got bit holding a door closed, which is the most of a hero that Brad Vickers can be. Yeah. But we'll give it to him.
The poor bastard.
Then you kill him for the locker key or whatever special item in RE2. He's the zombie in the stairway outside of the police station. Oh. He's also the zombie that bites the homeboy that gives you the knife in RE2.
Oh, the other police officer?
Yes, he's the one who bites him.
Oh.
You
Funny
see
how
that
that's
in
all
RE3.
connected.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that in RE3. As you can tell, I'm terrible with names.
Well, we've already established that in the very first Let's Play.
Well, if you haven't...
I will remember names if I've heard them a million times. Otherwise, it's kind of like hard for me to remember.
I remember Brad Vickers because he's an icon. With his yellow vest.
Oh, yes, yes. Alrighty.
Again, Umbrella with their dog shit maintenance.
It's funny because they make me go all the way up to that cabin just to grab this crank, just so I can crank the shaft.
Gotta crank it. Look at that full motion video.
And it's beautiful. You can hear the sound of waterfall in the distance. Oh, okay. Now I remember something that I was, because I made it a little bit to this, past this point when I was playing it on my own, and then I stopped playing. But actually seeing that thing about the waterfall reminded me.
Did a little bit of prep work. So pretty. I feel like you could take a screen grab of like any of these like backgrounds and just have them as like a wallpaper.
Yeah, they look real nice. Ah, look at that view.
So, wait, did you see the moon last night?
Yeah, it was orange and Yeah, orange. It was
Yeah,
big and orange.
it was a straight up Halloween moon.
Yes, it was. I think that might have been the smoke in the air, though.
A little bit, yeah. But it's not as bad, at least.
Yeah, it's cleared up from the original from last week. I'm worried that I'm worried for October though, because last year in Washington in October, it was the entire month was smoke.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
That's the end of fire season.
Yeah, and it fucked my eyes up real bad. I'm really hoping it doesn't end up like that again this year. Snakes!
Snakes!
Everywhere! I always found this part funny just because it's like they're just dropping on you. It's like, what the fuck? Who put all these snakes here?
If they do remake one in like the new modern style, one, I think that would be cool because they usually always like add stuff.
Yeah.
But two, don't take my giant spiders away.
Oh, they wouldn't do that.
They did it in 2.
They took them away in 2?
Yeah, in the remake of 2, there are no big spiders.
Maybe they thought, why do you need big spiders here?
Because it rules. That's why. I mean, they should just remake. If they remake 1, they should make 0 and 1 as a combination again. With the new modern style. What they did in RE2, they made the sewers way cooler and like put those monsters in there. That was rad.
Yeah.
It was all an improvement, more modern, but give me my big spider. I wanted to watch I'm a Spider Now, So What? But I don't have the crunchiest of rolls.
Oh, you fool. Yeah, I recommend that one. It's a good anime. I was actually thinking about it on the way over here because I was just thinking, it's like, I like that anime, but there's a part of it that I don't like because there's like a whole section of it that's like a sub-story that's not as interesting as what the main character is going through. But you eventually realize, because the stories end up converging and you end up realizing what's actually going on. And
that's worse because you can't skip those episodes.
No. Well, it's kind of split. Sometimes it'll be like, it'll focus on her for the first half, and then it'll focus on like the sub characters for the second. And it's interesting enough, but it's just there's something about it that sometimes I'm just like, I just want to get to the Spider Girl. She's she's the draw of this anime. So. Yeah.
Because when I was watching Shippuden, which I never finished, I got to the war, and then was like, okay, I'm bored. Because they're just like, when they start reanimating Akatsuki characters, but now they're super weak, I don't care.
You're like, I'm done.
Yeah, I basically watched to the end of the Akatsuki, and then like went into the war and stuff, and then I'm like,
Yeah. Well, it's hard. I've actually thought about going back to rewatch original Naruto, but I feel like it's so hard to watch that. I don't feel like that anime aged very well.
Probably not.
That's the same thing I thought with Dragon Ball Z. I didn't think
Dragon Ball Z for sure. Dragon Ball holds up. Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, no, Dragon Ball holds up, but it's just like, and I know Kai's around, so I would say if you're gonna watch Dragon Ball Z, you'd want to watch Kai, because I think they did a better job of editing it and kind of, I don't know if it's the same voice actors for it.
I would imagine so.
But I just remember trying to watch Dragon Ball Z, and it was just so fucking funny how bad it actually was.
Yeah, I'm glad David's not here because we've had this argument before where he argues that's not the case. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, when you watch it, it's just reused assets constantly. I'm like, those fights were not epic. They're epic in your head.
Yeah.
They're not epic when you're watching them. And he's like, I disagree, man. When he like destroys Kui and it's like his pieces are everywhere, and I'm like, that's 100% in your head.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's 100. That is not. You see like one blast and then it's over. And then he would argue with me some more, and I'm like, you know what, man? Have at it. If you enjoy it, that's for you. I could watch Dragon Ball again. Dragon Ball is a blast because that anime is hilarious.
I didn't really. I'm shooting off his fucking legs.
Yeah, that's rad. There's another one over there on the wall.
Yep, crawling around like a big old fuzzy spider.
See, don't take my big spiders away.
Don't you touch my spiders.
You can make them scarier spiders. Like you could have them Black Widow looking all skinny and creepy.
Instead of big old fuzzy
And then you could have them
guys.
like drop from the ceiling behind you all scary. Like right here, one could just like drop down on the bottom of the stairs.
Well, they just did that with the, if you didn't notice, when you first walk into this room, it has an angle, because it doesn't show you now.
Yeah.
But it has an angle that shows the spider up on the wall crawling down the door.
But I think that the dropping from the web is
Yeah.
Like super cool and creepy. Like you could see the shadow. Like there's a lot of cool stuff they could do with big spiders. They chose goofy, fuzzy tarantulas, but
Yes, they did.
I wonder if that was just if it's bigger, it's easier for them to render it and be able to be visible, just because of
The graphics
yeah
for back
pixel
then.
constraints. It's got its legs up. There you go.
Take that, you son of a bitch.
Take that. Take that.
Okay. I need this big book and some Heelys.
When I was watching anime, Hannah's like, you could start JoJo's.
It's so I've tried to start JoJo's Bizarre Adventure many times, and it's just not my kind of anime.
I've seen some people say start with season 2.
Yeah, and that's actually what I would agree with that, because season 1 is kind of hard to get into a little bit. Just because I mean, the story is interesting, and Dio, I mean, Dio's the draw of the story, so it's like, if you like Dio, definitely watch the first season.
That's what they say, start with season 2 and then go back and watch season 1 later when you can actually appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. Because I've tried to get into it many times. It's just, unfortunately, it's just not my
for
anime.
you.
Yep, not for me.
I mean, there's a gorillion animes. So
Exactly,
have a pick.
exactly. I mean, and I'm not saying it's a bad anime by any extent. I'm just saying it's just like I've tried to watch it, and the show just, it doesn't capture me.
Every time I've found a random anime and really enjoyed it, like the most recent one that I never hear anybody talk about, but I thought was awesome, Megalobox.
Megalobox?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's like the dude with it's the boxing anime. I think I've seen pictures
The
for
boxing
it.
anime where they have like the mechanical arms on the outside.
Okay.
Which is hilarious because it's called Gear. And then he's like basically broke, so doesn't have gear. So he becomes like a boxer who boxes the people with gear, without gear, which is hilarious because gear is slang for steroids.
Oh, okay.
So when you think about it, the way they're putting it, it's like he's the only clean boxer, the only one not using roids.
That's pretty
But
good.
the anime is good because it does like a Cowboy Bebop sort of vibe. Like the character kind of looks like Spike, but it's like Rocky the anime. I remember I was super hungover and I was just eating stuffed crust pizza.
Oh yes,
It's
like you do.
half dead on my couch, and we watched all of Megalobox in a day.
Ugh.
Bless
Sneezing.
you.
Yeah, so I'm running around here for a minute. We have to light these candles so that we can see the images underneath them. Chris, take a picture of that.
It's an eye. I could take a picture though.
I'll have you take a few pictures, because more than likely I'll remember it, but...
And it's doing the thing where it freaks out.
Or it can't get the...
I got it.
Okay. Could it have been some kind of meaning? There's meaning in these walls.
Did you know that the hills are alive with music?
Every day.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind, Ben?
Only when I'm drunk.
Focus, focus. Okay.
All right.
It's like it stops doing the blinky thing. I take the picture and it goes back to blinking.
Oh, yeah.
Like it knows I'm done.
Son of a bitch. All right, then this will be the and then 2 more, because I gotta light this one, and then we go. It all relates to the billiard balls. And this is one of those things I don't know if it changes each playthrough or not.
Got it.
Oops.
It probably...
And then this is what it relates to. So green is 6, orange is 5, and red is 3. Are you writing that down?
One sec. So orange is
5. Green is 6 and 3 is
5. Green is 6. 3 is red and 4 is purple.
No, you don't need any of those. Just the 5, the 6, and the 3.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're all related. It's related to a fucking password we'll need for later.
And I think we can wrap this episode up here.
All right.
So again, if you're this far into the series and you haven't both liked and subscribed and left any... Damn.